Hi, I'm Rita. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Life Worth Reading. Today we are deciding my December TBR, which is a lot of pressure because this is the last TBR that I'm going to set for 2023, which, as everyone else is saying, just feels absolutely insane. 2024 doesn't even feel like a real year. And just to think that it's coming in less of a month, it's kind of freaking me out, And so I was just thinking of what I was going to do for this TBR, because if you've known my channel for a little bit, you've known that I used to do Tarot Picks My TBR videos, where, like the title suggests, I would use tarot cards to pick my TBR, and I've been doing that since, I want to say 2021, which, yeah, it's kind of insane to say, so almost 3 years. And this year, when I was in my reading slump and I wasn't filming any videos, I kind of stopped using it to pick TBRs, and I'm trying to think about whether or not I want to continue with that moving forward in my channel. And so I've been avoiding using that to decide the last few TBRs. I've been doing a couple of different things. In October and September, I just picked books because of readathons and all of that. Then in last month, in November, I did random prompts, picks my TBR. And so this month I was just thinking, what could be the theme of this TBR? And I figured out that all the books that are on here, with I think just one exception, are all 5-star predictions. Again, 5-star predictions is not something that I usually do. I tried it out again in 2021 and it did not work out for me. I ended up not reading most of the books that were on that list. The ones that I remember correctly were not 5 stars at all. And so I've never done a video like that again. I actually thought about filming a vlog where I pick from that list of books that I haven't read yet and try to figure out if they are or not 5 stars, but it's going to be like 3 years now, so I don't know if that's still a good idea. But just to say that I don't usually do the 5-star prediction thing, but I am desperate to find more favorites in 2023. It was a rough reading year. It has not been working out in my favor at all, and so I've been really looking forward to finding more favorites, more 5 stars, more all-time favorites as well. And so I decided to pick books that are on my physical TBR that I think are going to be 5 stars. So that's more or less the theme that we are going for this month, is to try to find new favorites before the year ends. That's all that I'm doing. And so without further ado, let's just talk about the books that I will be reading with this intention in mind. I think maybe we should start with the only book that is not really a 5-star prediction, and that is Everything I Know About Parties, Dates, Friends, Jobs, Life, Love by Dolly Alderton, more commonly known as Everything I Know About Love. This is a nonfiction book, a memoir about Dolly Alderton, and she has a lot of popular books out there. She does a lot of this memoir nonfiction essays about advice for being a young woman in your 20s, and I've heard incredible things about these memoirs. I don't know if it's all going to make sense to me. I'm not sure if I'm going to identify with everything that she mentions, but basically this book was in my library, someone donated it, and I thought to myself, well, if it's here, I'll just read it. I put a hold for it like almost 2 months ago, and I just got it. I wasn't planning on reading this the last month of the year, but yeah, the hold took a long time to get to me. And so this is the one book that I don't think this is a 5-star prediction. I'm hoping to enjoy it. I'm thinking that I'm going to enjoy it, but like a 5-star, I don't know if it's going to be that. But I am excited nonetheless. It'll be probably one of my last nonfictions of the year, and I'm excited to see where this goes. If you have any thoughts on this, please do let me know, because I have no idea how I'm going to feel about it. But if you've read it already, or any other Dolly Alderton book, let me know what you thought of her writing, and of her advice. Okay, so now really getting into the books that I think are going to be 5 stars. I think that I'm going to start with the longest one, because I picked almost all short books this month, baby. I really did. And I actually don't know which one of this is longer, but I'm going to start with Yellow Face by Rebecca F. Kuang. We all know about Miss Rebecca. She has been thriving in the literary world in recent years because of the Poppy War trilogy, Babel, and now Yellowface. And this is more of a contemporary or more of a literary novel, which is something that she doesn't usually write, having only written fantasy before this. And so this book is about our main character June, and what is the other woman's name? I know it's June and... oh, it does not say, but okay. So it's June and another woman, and I think that they're like kind of in a frenemy situation. They were both in writing school or in university in the same course, like creative writing or something. But one of them has found success, whilst our main character, June, has not. And so when an incident occurs and the other woman dies, June takes her place and takes her manuscript and tries to publish it as her own with this vaguely ethnic Asian identity that does not belong to her. And so I think that this book is just commentary about the book world, the publishing world. I've heard amazing things. I've heard so not great things about it. I'm trying to keep my expectations low, even though it is a 5-star prediction. I'm just hoping to have fun with it. I don't need this to be the most detailed and deep account of everything that is wrong with the publishing world. If I want that, I'll just do a deep dive on my own or read nonfiction books about it. I'm hoping that this is a fun and satirical take on those criticisms, right? Just a good way to criticize the publishing industry whilst still being a fun and entertaining and well-written book. This is all that I expect out of it. I expect some good character work. I expect some great dialogue, great insights, but I'm really not looking forward, or I'm really not expecting like a thesis about everything that's wrong with the publishing industry today. So those are my expectations. I love the cover, and also I do want to say that 2 of these books were lent to me by my friend Mafalda from Mafalda's Reading. I love you. Thank you so much for lending me your books. And I am really excited to get to Yellowface. So let's hope that this will be my first 5-star of the month. Maybe next I will talk about the other book that I borrowed from Mafalda, and that is Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson. And this is a tiny, thank God, a tiny little romance book from what I know. It follows 2 main characters as they meet and their relationship, I believe. It's about what it means to be Black in Britain, what it means to suffer that fear and that violence, and it's also about love. So I'm really looking forward to the vulnerability of this. I've heard amazing things about this author, about this book in particular. I really think that this will be a 5-star for me, and I'm just really excited to dive deep into this because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it will be a great read, a very insightful read. And I love romance in books when they're not romance books, if that makes any type of sense. I don't like contemporary romances, but I do like when a literary novel has a romance in it, or other genres have romances in it. So I think that following a romance whilst following all of this other social commentary will be a great way to just follow the story along, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to. So I'm really hopeful this will be a 5-star. It's less than 150 pages, which is amazing. So definitely a contender for a 5-star, and I'm hoping that it will be. Okay, the other book was a book that was on my 12 books to read in 2023, which I think I'll make a video on that, but that list did not go as well as I hoped. It did not go where I wanted it to go, meaning I read basically almost nothing out of it. And so that book is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, which is definitely a 5-star prediction of mine. I've heard amazing things about this book, especially from people who are not science fiction girlies, which I really appreciate because I am definitely not a science fiction girly in any case or point. I am not a scientific girly in general, and so science fiction can sometimes be a little bit confusing for me. But I'm really hopeful that Project Hail Mary will not be that. I also have The Martian, that another one of my friends lent me, but I am more excited about this one. I think I have higher hopes for this one. And I know this is about our main character, whose name I don't remember, Ryland, and he wakes up alone in space, and he knows that there are these solar flares that are killing Earth, And I think that he has to figure out what happened to him, why he's alone, and also how to fix Earth. And what I've heard about this author, Andy Weir, is that he explains science in a way that is very easily understandable, or very easily understood, that's what I mean to say, by people that are not really familiar with these concepts at all, which would be me. And so I'm excited for an accessible and insightful science fiction book that also has a mystery, because I love a good mystery. And so I'm excited for this one because of those aspects. I want to try to read more science fiction that is actually digestible and actually easy to understand, because that's definitely what I need. And so I'm excited for this one. And also excited to cross off a book from my 12 books to read 2023, because that list is an actual flop. It is bad for me. Now on to my last two books. These are both books that I got when I went to New York in September, and that I picked up because I think that they're going to be amazing. One of them I'm not so sure about, but this is more of a hopeful pick, and that is Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. And I don't know if this is going to be 5-star. I've heard amazing things about it. It is also science fiction-y in terms of there is this couple that amidst the war finds a door that they can enter to, like a portal. So it's more of like a portal science fiction, but it's also like contemporary because of the war. It is a little bit out there, the concept. I am really not describing this well at all, but I know that they decide that they have no choice and they have to leave their homelands and their old lives behind, and they find a door and they step through. So it's basically about their exit from this civil war that they're going through. And again, I also find it interesting that this is a book that features romance and a couple. I'm really interested in using that as a device to explore other narrative problems and other social commentary. That is something that I'm really interested in. I've heard amazing things. This is more of a backlist, but I was really excited when I found this book. It is a book that I was hopeful that I would love. That's why I bought it, and I'm definitely excited to read it now, even though that this is a more of a hopeful pick. I think that I'm going to like it, but will it be a favorite? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And finally, the last book that I have, this was a cover buy. Absolutely cover buy, also because it is a short story collection, but that is Tomswipping by Alexander Chang. Look at this cover. I am absolutely obsessed. Listen, amazing. Yeah, I bought this book in New York because it is a collection of short stories, and it's set not only across the US but also Asia, and it just features all of these different Asian characters figuring out different aspects in life. It's about immigration, it's about family expectations, it's about so many things. It is quite short. I am so excited to get into it. I love a good short story collection, and I think that this one will be one that I'll just really connect with and really love, if not only because of this amazing cover. So I'm really excited about this one, and I really think that this will be a new favorite short story collection. All right, so this is it for my December TBR. We have Yellowface, Project Hail Mary, Open Water, Exit West, Everything I Know About Love, and Tomswipping. And these are all, except for this one, these are all books that I really do believe are going to be 5 stars and new favorites, and God knows I desperately need new favorites before the end of the year. It is getting ridiculous out here. The amount of books that I have to talk about in my favorite of the years, devastating, like truly devastating. So it is bad for me this year. Hopefully these books will fix it. If you think that any of these books will be a 5-star for me, or if you have given any of these books 5 stars, let me know. Give me all the hype. I need the hype. And yeah, let's just hopefully finish this year out with some amazing reads. Yeah, that's all that I want, honestly. In any case, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Do let me know what books are on your last TBR of 2023 and how you're feeling about that, because that is just insane to me. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for bookish content, and I'll see you in my next video. I hope you have a nice day, and always remember that life is worth reading.